it was very hard for me because the doctor actually called me at the office. He called me and he said, Elvia, you have to be here at 1 o'clock. You have cancer.
My first diagnosis came when I was 44 years old. That was 14 years ago. This February was 14 years ago that I've been battling cancer.
The American Cancer Society is passionately committed to fighting every cancer and helping everyone. I want to tell my patients that are newly diagnosed that they are not in this alone. There's a lot of help in the community, and the American Cancer Society is here to help them. We, the American Cancer Society, publish a cancer facts and figures. That is a document that is accessed by many people around the world. It has been done annually since 1952, and these annual reports provide the most current information about cancer. A very current research that is going on right now is with Dr. Edibeth Penaranda, and she is working with, as a mentor, with Dr. Shokar with the University of Texas Tech, and that is the title for self-sampling for HPV infection among low-income Hispanic women. And that was granted $300,000. So it's amazing to see that El Paso and doctors in El Paso are getting granted research money so that we can continue fighting.
So I decided to do research so I could reach more people, like doing more like a public health approach. So I could help more people. One of the needs that I saw was that women were not getting screened for cervical cancer, and that would lead to more rates of cervical cancer in this population. So that had a big impact on me. Women in this area, for different reasons that had been researched before, do not get pap smears as women in other cultures. So one of the main reasons that women say that they don't get the pap smear is because they fear the pelvic exam. You know, they have to go to a doctor and then they're afraid of getting the pelvic exam. Other reason is lack of insurance. What I've been doing is trying to educate people about the importance of getting cervical cancer screening. So that's mainly the traditional pap smear, but also I am researching a new way to do screening, which is called cell sampling for the virus that causes the cervical cancer. This virus is the human papilloma virus. So that is well known that this virus causes cervical cancer and other cancers as well, like cancer of the penis, cancer of the oral area. So in my research, what we do is we ask women to test themselves. So they take device and they introduce the device themselves in the vagina, and then we check for the presence of the HPV or the human papilloma virus. This will benefit in well, the benefits that we're looking at is that then women wouldn't have to go to the doctor to get the pap smear, which many women fear, but women could do the test themselves.
Relay for Life is our signature event. It's a great event because we focus on all cancers. The event pretty much is overnight and symbolizes that cancer never sleeps. And because cancer never sleeps, we don't either. And so we kick off the first lap by survivors. We go ahead and kick that off to give them that hope and that experience of they're going to beat this. Once the lap is completed, it's continued by caregivers, and their caregivers join them as they are a vital part of their cancer journey. It's such a fun event, but at the same time we're fighting back and we're collecting donations to be able to fund more research, to be able to support programs that are offered locally. The Look and Feel Better program is an event created for women who are undergoing treatment. It's a program that is offered to be able to help them with their appearance. As you know, going through treatment, they lose their hair, their eyebrows, eyelashes. They lose hope. Patients are able to attend, whether they're receiving chemotherapy, radiation, forms of treatment that are, you know, taken internally, whatever it is. If they're going through side effects from these treatments, they're more than welcome to attend this free session that is available throughout the community.